You see, the policies put in place by the government today, they are things that are supposed to have been pre-planned because they are only reacting to the will and the cry of the public. That is why the palliative is coming. The palliative should have been prepared before their policies are in place. Now, instead of being proactive, they are reacting to the cry of the people. Palliative for how many days? That is the question. You increase salary and the fuel price is up. So what have you succeeded in doing? That 70,000 now, for instance, you take a bus from Aduawa to Ring Road, it's about 500 naira. You do that a day, that's 1,000. You do that a month, that's 30,000. Your house rent is not there. So what have the government succeeded in doing? In creating more problems for these so-called workers. And so, if the government wants to face reality, before you bring up policies, let there be a proactive plan before that policy comes into place. For instance, the government have lowered, they have in fact removed this tariff from imported food stuff and all the rest, medical issues and all. But that should have been done before the policy came into effect. If that was done, that tariff was removed, let's say in January, we wouldn't have felt the strong effect of the policy of removing subsidy. But what the government did was they removed the subsidy, and when the people are now crying, planning to demonstrate, you are now bringing in palliative. You share a bag of rice, 20 tons or 20 trucks to each state. 1 trailer of rice, what would that do for Ikpobaoka local government? Even if you give them 20 trailers of bags of rice, what would that do to Oredo? Is it only rice they will be eating? So these are things the government should think of. It's not a question of just saying palliative. Palliative what? Is it only rice they will eat? They will transport. They will pay electricity bill. They will pay house rent. So let the government be serious with what they are doing. If you want to take the people serious, come with policy, have a plan, have a roadmap. And I'm quite sure this government don't have a roadmap. I may bold to say, the reason is this. If you have a map, tell the people this is the direction I'm heading for. And the people will now understand the distance it will take to get to their destination. You are telling us you are bringing palliative, removing this, removing that. Have you told the people what you intend to do? The NNPC is running their own government. The government is running their own on oil subsidy. They will open one, NNPC will close it. The fuel we are talking about that we are going to have by August have ended. We are now having high cost of pricing for petrol. So if the government is coming, let them come with a blueprint. What is this government intending to do for the people? Well, the cost of governance from the, let's say 2015, has really gone up geometrically. And when the cost of governance has gone up, the essence of service, the will to serve the people is not uppermost. Greed is now being exemplified in the public. Now, for instance, up to this moment now, we don't even know what our senators are getting. One senator came up the other day and said, I got so and so amount in my time. The rest came up and said, shut up, why will you mention that? That is not correct. And whether Accountant General came up and said, well, officially, I only know we transferred this amount. That is not supposed to be so. In a democracy, the files are laid open for everyone to see. The cost of governance, as far as Nigeria is concerned, is one of the highest in the world. But when you want to rate us economically, we are one of the poorest in the world. Why would the reverse be the case? That we that is being looked at as being underdeveloped or developing, we are now having the high cost of governance than even developed countries. Greed is the issue. Let our leaders be real with the people. Let them make sure this question of having 2 tenure is not helping us. Because what they do in the first tenure is trying to win the people around. But immediately they're through with that 1 year, is serving their stomach and building houses, skyscrapers that they will not even live in, become the issue. So if we want to do it, let them come open to us.